Hello, my dear students. Today we will see some practical examples of finite element analysis and we'll see how to solve these problems by using that particular method. To solve any problem in finite element analysis, and already in the earlier sessions, I explained that we have to create the model of that particular geometry and then we have to discretize that model into number of elements, and then we have, by applying the boundary conditions and the loads, it is possible to solve these problems by using any finite element softwares which are available as a freeware and at the same time which are also available on a commercial basis. In our CAD/CAM lab, we have two pre-push processors. First one is the FEMAP and the second one is the Patron. To solve the problem, we have a processor that is a NASTRAN. So what we'll do, we'll create a model in FEMAP or in Patron. We'll discretize this model into number of elements. We'll apply the boundary conditions, we'll apply the load by using these pre-push processors. And then we'll export the problem to the processor. What the processor will do? The processor which you are having is an NASTRAN. So this processor will execute the required mathematics of finite element methods and then it will give the results. And now what we'll do with these results, again we'll import to the pre and post processor, that is FEMAP or Patron. And we can see very colorful graphics which shows the stress contours, which shows the deformations, which also shows the animations and so many things. Some graphical, we can also draw the various graphs. Now in today's session, we'll see how to solve the problems by using the pre-post FEMAP and an NASTRAN combination. For this purpose, one simple example we'll consider, that is the stress analysis of a flat plate. A very simple, and for which we know the theoretical solution. We know that when a plate which is fixed at one end and loaded at the other end, then the tensile stresses are getting induced in that plate, and the tensile stress can be very well calculated as the force by area. That is, if F is the force, if width of the plate is something as W, if the thickness of the plate is something as T, then the tensile stress you can very well calculate it as force divided by area, that is area is W into T. Now what we'll do, we'll consider a problem of a plate. We'll assume that the plate is having the length of 200 millimeters. The plate is having the width of 50 mm. Let us consider the thickness of the plate as 5 mm. And what I will do, I will constrain one end of the plate. That means the degrees of freedoms at all these nodes on one edge, I will make it equal to 0. And at the other end, I will apply the loads. I will consider the load of 1000 newtons. Now, from the geometry of the particular plate, it's very simple to calculate the stress. The area is nothing but it is the width of the plate is 50 mm, thickness of the plate is 5 mm, so cross sectional area is 250 mm square, load is 1000, so the stress, tensile stress will be 1000 divided by 250, that is 4 Newton per mm square. So we'll try to solve this particular problem using the finite element analysis, and we'll see that whether the software gives the same results or not. We'll also see that whether the deformation is maximum at the free end or where the load is applied and it is 0 at the other end. We'll try to verify by using the pre-post as a FEMAP and the processor as a NASTRAN. Now without wasting any time, what we'll do, I will launch the FEMAP and online itself I will explain it to you.
Now we'll see how to solve the problem of a plate by using the finite element method, by using the pre-post FEMAP. Already I told you that we have to create the model of a plate. So for that purpose we have to launch the FEMAP. So I will go to start, then I will go to the programs, then I will go to the FEMAP version 5. I will launch the FEMAP. Next I will go to tools, work plane, now I have to create the model. So I will go to geometry, I will go to curve line, then I will go to rectangle, and I have to give the first corner of the rectangle. So I will assume that that corner is at the origin, and as I have to create a plate of 200 mm long and 50 mm wide, so I will give the x coordinate as 100 and the y coordinate of 50. Sorry, I have to enter it as 200 and 50 because the plate length is 200 mm and the height is 50 mm. So you'll find that the rectangle has been generated. Now I have to pan it to the center. So what I will do, I will go to the view, I will go to the auto scale, and when I say auto scale, it will nothing but it will scale automatically in this view. The next thing I have to do is nothing but I have to create a material for this particular plate. Now the material of the plate, I will assume it as the my steel, and I will provide the value of modulus of velocity as 200 kilonewton per mm square. Hence I will enter the value of 200 E3. There is no necessity to give the shear modulus. I will give the Poisson's ratio as 0.3 and I will click on OK to create the material. Now I have to create the property. So I will go to model, I will go for the property, I will give some title to this property. I will say it is a plate. The material of the plate already we are defined as the my steel. Then I have to switch over to element and property type, and here you can see we are going to discretize this particular plate by using the plate elements. Then I will say it is OK. Again I have to give the thickness of the plate, and we know that the thickness of the plate is 5 mm, and I will hit OK, then cancel. So property is created. Next I have to give the constraints, because this is the plate which is fixed at this end and which is loaded at the other end. So I will go to the model, I will go to the constraints on curve. Now here I have to give the constraint set. So I will say it is, I will just enter it as a fixed one. OK, and I will select this curve. This curve is selected, and I will apply the constraints there as the fixed one. So all the degrees of freedoms on this particular curve, they are fixed. So whichever the nodes they will share this particular curve, so all the nodal degrees of freedoms will be fixed. At the other end we have to apply the load of 1000 newtons. So I will go to model, I will go to the load, then on the curve here I will just give that load set the name as a load, and I will select this particular curve. OK, then I will input the value of the force as 1000 Newton. So you can see this end is fixed and this end is loaded. Now I have to discretize this particular plate into number of elements. So for that purpose I have to mesh it. Now I have to define how many number of elements I need on each side of this plate. So for that purpose I will go to mesh control. I will go to size along the curve and I will define the size on these two curves as number of elements. Now it is the length is 200, so I will define the number of elements to be 20 on each side, so that each element will be of 10 by 10. Similarly on this and on this curve, as the length is 50, I will say I need the 5 elements, so that each element will be of 10 by 10. So the size has been defined. Now I have to mesh it. So I will go to mesh, but before that I have to declare this total plate as a boundary. So I will go to geometry, I will go to the boundary surface, I will create the boundary by using these 4 curves. I will say select all. Okay, it means that it has been considered as a surface now. Now I will mesh it. I will go to the mesh, I will go to the geometry, I will go to the surface, and then I will select this surface for meshing. Then I will hit OK. I have to go to the property. I will take the already predefined property of plate. I will consider here. The elements are chord, and then I will hit OK, and it has generated the mesh. Now it is very necessary to see the coincident nodes, to check for the coincident nodes. So for that purpose I will go to tools, I will go to check coincident nodes, select all, OK, no, and now I will merge the coincident entities, because this is very essential. If the two nodes are existing at the same locations, then the results will not be correct, or the model will not be correct. So we have to merge the coincident nodes in whatever the analysis you do. Now your model is ready. The plate fixed at one end, loaded at the other end, and discretized into number of elements. Now I will export this model to NASTRAN. So for this purpose I will go to file, I will go to export, I will go to analysis model. I am going to perform the static analysis. The package I am using is MSc NASTRAN. OK, and here I have to specify the file name, so I will give the file name as a plate, right, and then I will say OK. Now the file is created. Now what we did, basically we have created the model, FE model. Now this FE model, or whichever the file we have written, that is a plate file, in that all the coordinate data of all the nodes, connectivity data of all the elements, material data, all this data, it has been nothing but it has been written into that particular file. Now this file will be nothing but it will act as an input to NASTRAN. So I will launch the NASTRAN after this. So I will go to MD NASTRAN, and it is asking for me the file. So I will say it is all files, and here you will find that the plate. So this file, which is nothing but created by FEMAP, that will be the input to the NASTRAN. And NASTRAN is because NASTRAN is not only the processor, it will execute whatever is there in the file and it will give the results. So I will open it and I will say run. So this file will now, it will not run into the FEMAP environment, but it will run into the NASTRAN environment. So I will say run, and you will hear one beep. When you hear one beep, it means that file is created. Now I'll go to FEMAP. This is the output file which is created by NASTRAN with the file extension of F06. So the file name of this particular file is plate.f06, in which all the results are written by NASTRAN. Now we have to import this file into FEMAP. So I will now launch FEMAP. This is our existing model. Now I will go to File, I will go to Import, then Analysis Results. I am importing the NASTRAN results. I will say OK, and I will click the file plate.f06, and now the file is imported into FEMAP. Now if you want to see the results, then I have to go to the view style. In the view style I will go to the contour. If I want to see the stress contours, deformed and contour data, and then I will say OK, and you can see it has shown very colorful graphics. And here if you just see this particular portion of the plate, you will find that the stress is from 3.99 to 4.055, so approximately 4 megapascal in this particular range. The stresses in this range, they are slightly different due to the effect of the constants. So this particular problem, it has been verified also from the theoretical one. So FEM results and the finite element results, they match. Now if I want to see the deformation, then I will go to select, I will go to deform, and if I say OK, then you can very well see this is the deformed view of the plate. You know that when the plate is subjected to the axial load, its length increases, while its lateral length, it decreases. And this effect you can clearly visualize here. It is also possible to see the animation. So for that purpose, I will go to select, I will go to animate, then deformed and contour data. Now here you can very well visualize the animation, how the plate is getting deformed progressively. Also it is possible to visualize the change in the stresses Now here you can see, as the plate is getting deformed, the stresses are also continuously changing. So when the load is varied from 0 to 1000 newtons, so that effect also you can visualize. So many post-processing options are available in FEMAP to analyze the results.
I hope you must have understood this, how to solve a simple plate problem by using the finite element method. And in the coming sessions, we'll see some more problems. That is, let us consider a plate with a circular hole or a plate with a notch, or the stress of a cylinder subjected to the internal pressure. So such different problems we'll see in coming sessions. Thank you.